Okay, Taurus, let's go. We're going to dig straight in. The key word I got was Tesla. Taurus, Tesla. That's all I got. So we're going to dig into... Oh, that makes me think about a Taurus, right? If you know about Vimana and old school ideologies about space-time, then, I mean, you might hear a lot of noise in the background as I say that. There's an alarm outside repeatedly going off. So bear that in mind. But yeah, we're going to dig in and find out what on earth's going on. I don't want to start ranting too much about dimensions, because initially when I got the Tesla ideology, I thought, okay, Tesla cars. But then now, considering it's a Taurus read and I'm thinking of Taurus, then that's interesting as well. So we'll pin that and we'll see if there's any synchronicity there for you. And we're going to shuffle. We're using the After Tarot today. Different kind of deck. So we're looking at the after effects of something. Oh, one card's coming out already. A celebration. Yeah, I've got jewellery on as well. Once again, probably should have taken it off because it is clinking everywhere. Let's move that out of the way for a second. Okay, oh. Moving on. Loads of cards spreading out all over the place. Let's have a look at this. Right, first of all, there's a celebration here, and there is moving on. There is several other energies. I'm finding this quite hard to read, okay? You might be having trouble with your eyes at this time, something around your eyesight. If you wear glasses or contacts, when's the last time you had an eye test, got your eyes checked? Yeah, I'm getting laser eye surgery in my head, laser eye surgery, getting an update on your eye health overall, eye exercises, never in my life spoken about eye exercises, but I feel like there is a real need for you to look all the way to the left for me. Now I'm an optician, suddenly I've just improved my employment skills, and then look to the right for me, all the way over there, lovely. Can you look up to the sky now? Lovely, and then just look down to the ground again for me there. Okay. How does that feel for you? Any pain around the corneas of your eye? Because I sense that there's something over here to the right cornea, right? On the outer side of the eye. Actually, not the inside, the outer side of the eye here. And you could actually have redness there. Could be rubbing it quite a lot. Could even be a potential little bit of a split there. Something going on in that region of the right eye, corner of the outer eye. I would look at that, okay? My energy's coming quite heavy as well in this reading. The moment that I've pulled the cards, my energy started to get more and more drained. I'm exhausted. I need a nap immediately. Honestly, I want to switch off and just go to bed. So if you need to actually stop this transmission now and just, say, fuck it, I'll listen to this tomorrow, I'll listen to this another day, this isn't the time, then feel free to do that. I am a professional. I have got a lot of things on the schedule, so I'll keep going. But you're making me want to take a serious nap at this time. So please do that on behalf of both of us. And as we keep going, and I'm going to look at this as a story now and push through this heavier energy, I'm looking at, there's been a celebration, so you could be hungover, right? You could have had a good few drinks, alcohol, I'm getting whiskey, I'm getting brown stuff, I'm getting whiskey on the rocks, right? In my head, I'm getting I personally love Chivas Regal, right? If you know what Chivas Regal is, it's a drink, like an old school, like brown liquor. I'm getting that in a glass. I'm getting absolutely wasted, to be honest, totally wrecked. And having to get up in the morning absolutely hungover and then move on or move towards something else. So an end of an era. This could be a celebration, like it feels like an ending, but I can't think of what kind of ending you would get totally sloshed at. Do you get what I mean? Like, it's a massive piss up. It doesn't even feel like it's a lot of people. It could just be 3 people, but all of you got absolutely wasted in celebration of something. And it's not even like a positive celebration. Okay, in my head, I'm getting in some episodes of like Desperate Housewives. Oh shit, I meant to say Real Housewives. But it's like potentially Desperate Housewives situations going on for you if you know about old school Desperate Housewives, that series. But I'm getting in my head a divorce party, when you're a divorcee and you throw a massive party to celebrate your divorce. But either way, you're celebrating something that's shit. And you're getting absolutely wasted in celebration of something shit that's happened or a difficult ending. So that looks really good. Maybe that's the heavy ending, because once you finally transmute and let go of something that's really, really burdensome, you do celebrate, turn up, feel that release, and then you have that rock bottom hit of, whoa, it's really done. Once again, that Tesla energy, isn't it? That Taurus energy, when you're moving through the speed force, right? When you're in your spacecraft and you're out going across space time and you're traveling to the great beyond, and you come back to the now moment, you're like, whoa, what the fuck was that, right? In my head now, I'm getting loads of visions about Doc and Marty traveling across space and time, the different experiences that they encounter and things that infer on them when they're traveling across these different dimensions and all the inferences that happen across reality. I also want to share a story with you at this time as well now, so I'll do that because I feel like my stories always have metaphors and similes and ideologies that kind of just help cement wherever you're at. And I want to let you know that space-time is a real thing in the now moment for people with clairsentient abilities. As a clairvoyant, I do believe that I travel through space and time in any given moment. I'm talking to you now about your life in the past, present and future. We're connecting in the now moment, but this is still not out on social media yet. So I've actually made this in the past, but I'm producing it in the now, and it's going out on and to be published in the future, and you will receive it. You're receiving it now, but this is actually the past, and I'm actually talking about the future. Do you understand the constructs of that, right? And how that it's all rippling out in space-time right now. Also in relation to that, I could go on a whole rant about a couple years ago when I done a massive project and I traveled through space-time spiritually, and when I came back from my travels, I landed back into the 3D with such a thud that I was so disorientated. It makes me want to talk about a little bit about like mental health, psychosis. I mean, there was a moment that I would never forget where I had a massive green afro and I looked like some knockoff Einstein with a green afro, and the black man with the grey hair. He's so famous. I don't know who he is or what he does, but there's a black man who's like also got a grey hair like Einstein, old school legend as well. And I just remember that moment being really pivotal because I put some content on social media which practically changed my life in the moment, but no one actually knew that in that now moment when I was broadcasting that I just had returned from space-time. Like I had just returned from the great beyond. And not a lot of people would understand that concept. I have no idea who is going to receive this reading and get this construct right now. But, I mean, I put some content out on social media looking totally off my rocker, crazy and wild. But I was actually literally like Doc in the moment. I just had come back in the DeLorean, sitting back in the now moment after traveling to the great beyond, seeing the future, making some serious assessments about life, and then returning in the now moment. Everyone thought, oh my gosh, what is going on? This bitch is crazy. But the truth of the matter is, I was disorientated because I just had returned from the future. And it's hard to get your bearings. I was actually rapping and spitting music and bars at the time because the speed of light, we could talk about the speed of light and the speed of sound, right? I was still functioning so highly when I returned from the future that I had to travel through the speed of sound to function. I have no idea why I'm sharing this with you. And if you receive, hit the like if you receive, because this is really random and I didn't expect to go here. But I mean, I would love to be able to break this down in a much more sensible construct, but this is just where I'm at today and the energy is a little bit exhausting, so we're just going to keep pushing her through. Okay, okay, we're going to let this deck go because I don't really like what's coming through, and we're just spiraling around in space-time. Let's be honest. I'm gonna pull the cards to the side for a minute and just kind of connect with you, because I feel like whatever's going on, right? And as I do that, I'm connecting my hands in a triangle, quite similar to the Ethereum symbol, a gem, pyramids, top down, bottom up. So whatever's going on, right? You're traveling through space-time at this moment. You might be going through a lot energetically. I said that you were drained. I said that you were tired. I feel a little bit of disorientation because I feel like whatever's gone on, you've been called out of your seat. I'm now looking at the whole team of Starfleet, and we're looking at Picard having to quickly get up front and take on a battle that's just suddenly occurred out of nowhere, and we're looking to the left to see what Data's got to say, and the rest of the team. Can we all get you to kind of chime in and let us know what's going on here, because we weren't expecting this event to occur. Okay, this is what I'm getting in my head. It's probably the first ever episode of Star Trek, right? And it's the episode, probably the first ever episode from the first ever series, right, whereby they meet a barrier and they can't move any further forward in space-time, and the whole area out there in the galaxy has like got this massive like red gridded wall force field up, let's say, and then this man just beams in out of nowhere, and then he beams in and he's kind of making demands on the whole team. And then after that, they all get beamed over to another space and time. And it looks quite Victorian where they get beamed off to. And whilst they're beamed off there, they have to go on trial. And they're all being judged. It looks super like old school Victorian days. And everyone's like, kind of like, it's an interesting, very different period of space time. But they all get beamed over there and they all have a lot of shit to deal with. And they're worried whether or not they're going to make it back to the ship. And whether or not like they're trying to work out who has governance and who is and isn't ordained to set rules and regulations here, you know. So that's what I'm getting. A part of me just wants to stop this reading and not put it out. It's so like off cuff different. Like I can't really seem to find the thread, but I'm gonna hold that as your energy, to be honest. Whatever's going on, there's some dissociation, this somewhat confusion about how to proceed. And I mean, if there's been pressures being put on you at this time, then I see that. I mean, the main cards coming out, we've got Destiny, we've got Crown Chakra, and we've got Throat Chakra, and then underneath that we've got Conflict and Defeat. So I'm seeing at this time, you are really trying hard to break free of something so you can move to your destiny. There is a new beginning that you're aware of. You are grounded in your root chakra, but there is some inferences. There is another energy, and this other energy, I feel like they're trying to kind of like create or impose some level of governance, like in regards to controlling not what you can do. I mean, this just could be law and order, legislation, ledgers and certificates and qualifications and stuff like that. But more than anything, there's a need for you to break an illusion, break a spell. Because, I mean, whatever I keep getting the ideology that this has never been done before. This is unique. This is different. This is a really different period of space-time. I feel like you're incredibly privileged to have access to the information and the intel in which you do. And I think that, I mean, that may be somewhat of a burden to you because you're not sure how to proceed with it. And you're not sure how to... If you're used to kind of are you a governor? Are you potentially a governor for something or someone, or a director? Are you in a position of authority that's as a very official person? Do you hold your own ledger that you've got to sign off and tick? Because that's the energy I get coming in here. I also get that you're overworked and you're not getting enough time off. Because, I mean, even this conversation today, it's quite weighty and it's quite exhausting, and I feel like there's other things you'll rather be doing with your time than having to go through all of this legitimacy of a situation. We're trying to legitimize a situation. We're trying to authenticate the ledger. And that seems to be really, really, I feel like, embarrassing. Why is it embarrassing? Why do you feel embarrassed about that? Because it's requiring a new sense of balance, because it's disrupting your firm foundation, because actually you would rather just focus on the passion and accept the abundance that you already have in your life, but it's preventing you from being free. And you understand that the devil is really, really close when you start going into these legal arenas, because you have to poke bears that have been sleeping for years, right? Sometimes in these kind of situations, like in my head I'm getting Web3 now, right? And I'm looking at a Fibonacci spiral here and a real sequence of events. And what I will say is anything worth doing is worth doing right, and it takes a lot of time and it is exhausting. Don't put your pressure on yourself to have a certain deadline. Just be honest about what's going on. If you can't meet a deadline and you can't do something in a specific window of time and you need more time, then say, I need more time. I can't do this right now. I can't do that. I don't know how that works. I'm not sure how I'm going to go about that. This is what I do know. This is what I'm sure of, and I am going to choose to proceed with that and inform you of that. That's all you can do in these situations, yeah? I am in an arena I've never been in my life here in regards to the way I put content out on this platform. I'm over here doing all of this alienism stuff, and I'm also moving into a very intensive corporate lane. and working in arenas that I never thought I would be. Scary, it's overwhelming. There's a lot of stuff that I've got to do that I relate to in this conversation in regards to ledgers and blockchain and building a whole ecosystem that's never been seen before and never even been visualized, manifested, or brought to reality in any form. There's a lot of legality tied around that for myself, and it is overwhelming, and it does exhaust me, and it does require a lot of strength and resilience to keep going, you know? But at the end of the day, you have to do what you feels right. You have to keep believing in yourself and your mission. And if it is something that you want to create, then it is creatable, okay? Just have patience and keep believing in yourself. And please now go and take some time to rest, okay? I feel like you need 3 days off. Yeah? I feel like you need a good swim. Yeah, so go and do some lengths in a pool. I feel like you just need to unwind. Like, there's something that you normally would do, right? I want to say milk. I don't like. Do you have like milk baths or milk kind of spa sessions? It could be like some kind of leche therapy. I don't know. I see lots of milk and lots of like cream and being in a bath of it, and it's soothing and it's relaxing, and there's some kind of therapy, and you could go for a few lengths of a swim. I mean, there's something that needs to be done where you just get revitalized. You need to revitalize yourself, because the situation that you're in and all this ledger and legal stuff, it is exhausting, and I know you just want to get to the passion, and you're feeling incredibly blocked from your destiny at this time, but you can't. You're not blocked from your destiny. Your destiny's right in front of your face. It's hard work. Yeah, you're working hard. That's it. So make sure you give yourself enough downtime, enough sleep, enough you time as well. I know that we love people and we just want to spend time with them, and we have lovers and partners and friends and colleagues and different lovely stuff that we want to do, but it is also really, really important to have moments where it's just you. Being quiet, sitting by yourself and just reading a book or chilling and clearing your mind, listening to the birds, taking a stroll in the park, all of that natural, authentic stuff. And if that is all the stuff that you've been doing, then you need to do the opposite, right? We spoke about you turning up, so I assume you're on the turn up side of things. But if you are on the other side, or where you've been quite isolated and alone, then get the fuck out there and turn up and do the opposite, right? Just shake up your schedule a little bit. For 3 days, it is Easter as well, so it's a really nice period of time to switch up the vibration and step into spring. Okay, we're already in spring, but like with that spring in your step, let's say, and really just find that peace and sanctuary. Yeah, love and light, Taurus. I'll be back soon with more.